One was lying on the bed while looking at her video and now she was trying to find another topic for her video. She was searching but couldn't find it for the video. She interviewed people and famous topics. Her channel was doing well and became famous in a short time. She earned from it. Now she was checking it. It was a video of us in which lived. She found it interesting and called her cell phone. Hello Loki. Yes, fine. What do you want? Actually, I'm busy. I actually want to shoot a video. Man, if you call me to eat my mind, then you better sleep. What's wrong with you? They cannot harm me because they couldn't come out of this. So it's just an interview. I just want to know what they end up at there. It's good for my channel. No. Okay, then I will talk to them. Mine was crazy and like challenges. She could do anything for her video. It was famous that when I entered in that, his dead body came out because it was difficult and hard to run for that. She wanted to know about their last moments because everyone. The next day, she came in and with her two cameramen and met with the cop. I want to show the people the end of cruelty. I mean, when they what is the condition of them, they will not do the crime. Loki entered. He was shocked to see a cop. Loki come. He nodded and walked towards him while giving a death stare to Ryan. He didn't want her to shoot there because he knew how much they were dangerous. She was smiling at that moment. He wanted to throw her out. He was tired of her childish behavior. She wanted to shoot her video to be with her, to let anyone touch her or talk to her. Loki nodded and looked at Ryan. This famous. She smiled and they walked out. Now they were walking again. Ryan, when will you go up? Loki, it's an interesting idea. We'll get millions of views. You are weird. They walked towards the area where they kept them. They opened the door and Ryan entered. Her jaw dropped after seeing his prisoner. A cop was explaining how they ended up here. She was looking at them and they were filled with security was so strict there. Those were looking at her with deadly eyes. They are here after. They are not allowed to do anything. This is the sound of their gang. We catch them many with the help of it. They did so many things and they only deserve now. They are not allowed to meet their family members. They came out of only because 1 hour. They exercise and they go back. Yet it's time to get them out of the exercise. She nodded and they handcuffed them. And out of the hundreds, only 30 came out. They were not interested in Ryan and her team. They were in their middle age, and one of them looking young. His face was down. She came in and walked towards the who was looking so old, took off but with them. Can you tell us how you end up here? He looked at her and was looking so dangerous. Ryan clapped and then he stated why he ended up there. He was confident, didn't seem to regret it. Ryan felt fear because they all were creepy. After interviewing that man, she looked at the young man with a different aura and attitude. She was about to walk towards him, but Ryan, don't take his interview. He's not a good one. Has so much anger. He could harm you. Ryan nodded and someone called him to call Loki and he went for minutes. She again walked towards him. I want to ask reason you commit before coming here. He looked at her and ignored her. She felt ashamed and again asked him. He had a and got up and started walking while she started following him. Tell me, what's wrong with you? I don't want to do any. Are you deaf? I just get out. Stay in your limits. I hate people who force me to do anything, and you know what I do? If you want to live out, then get out of my way. No first interview, his mind was fully within her. Do what she is saying. She looks beautiful. I killed and I came here 10 years ago. What is your age now? 32. Her jaw was about to go on the floor. You were 22 at that time. How? Well, you are interesting. Now get out of my way. She nodded and youngly walked out. She shrugged her thoughts off and walked towards it. She came back and jumped on the bed. She became so tired. Finally, she made the video. She was happy because she was scared to hear they did. She was thinking about how they didn't feel mercy. Well, she edited the video and uploaded it. The next morning, she opened her eyes and it was happy to check the views. So when she opened it, her eyes were enough because her video was trending. She sat down and became so happy. People asked her so many questions and the most asked question about the young. Without caring about anything, she started to read the comments. Suddenly, a comment popped up. And someone wrote that he was innocent. He just had to save his love and baby. They forced him to do that. He was a very peaceful boy. But just because of one mistake, he has to live like this. One friend replied him, asking how he knew about him so much. He thought someone forced a grown man to do this. He commented and started waiting for him. 1 week later, I was sitting here with a friend. Loki was with them. His job was very tough. He only had time to sleep, but in the whole month he got only 2 days off, so he spent it with his friends. He was single and lived alone. One was telling them his stories, and he was looking at her. Okay, I want to know about him. Why? But the man was saying someone forced him. It was not his fault. Try to understand. No, I don't want to understand. You better don't go there, or else I will stop talking to you. Why are you angry? I'm not going there for a video. When I said what I said, she nodded and he cared for her as a friend. He didn't want to get involved in, and he knew that how. 1 month later, a month passed, and that was still in her mind. She wanted to know his story. Everyone had their story, like how they became like this. It was true that he died for his wife and baby as someone forced him. She wanted to know about his wife. He didn't see them for 10 years. She not allowed to meet them. She decided to go there and then Loki was off. Today she came again here. She talked with the senior cop and she again let her shoot the video because he wanted to people how they end up in a place like if they did this someone. Loki was not there. She looked at the and she was sitting in the corner. They came and he sat down in the corner. She walked towards him and he looked at her. What's wrong with you, girl? Actually, I know your story. Please tell me your whole story. How you end up here. I feel bad about your wife and baby. How do you know about them? I know everything. Tell me everything. I can help you. You want to know my story. Just quiet. You can't help me. She was sitting on the chair while he was sitting on the floor. Cope was standing behind them and didn't care about their conversation. I can help you. What are you doing here and come here? Don't go to that man. Jungkook let at me. He hated Loki so much. One go to today is so for you. I'm doing an extra shift and stop doing this. Now come with me. He brought her outside while Jungkook was staring at them. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Jungkook. Loki. I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. Her tears started for he looked at her. Nice way to manipulate. She couldn't try to control her smile. Now stop. It's okay. Just go home. After that, one didn't go there. She listened to Loki and so much. They were good together since childhood. He was older than her still. They were still friends. He was with them and her family left her. He cared for her and she always do. But he said now she was saying Godi by watching the video. She didn't do job because she unfilmed her videos. It was raining so hard she was watching, but suddenly her cell phone charging and she begged up the car and don't open the door for anyone. Why some escape from the so why do you come into my head? Do what I said. She rolled her eyes and nodded. She thought that the man had arrived. She saw him through the camera and opened the door. He was fully better. She came in the train. Ma'am, I have faced your face in the back of my bike. Can you please come to pick up? Man nodded and grabbed the umbrella. She walked with him. He handed her and she turned back. He drove off and she was walking towards her house. But suddenly she saw someone standing in the dark. She felt a sudden shiver, but she tried to act strong. We want one. You wanted to know about myself. She trembled, frozen in her tracks, and looked back. Looking was calling her like crazy. He came into her residence and saw the pizza on the road. He looked at her house and saw the door open. He ran towards her house and looked around it. She was nowhere. He realized that he hurriedly ran out of there. But on the other hand, he was looking outside where she was sitting behind on the couch. She was staring at him because he was staring outside for about an hour. Why are you looking outside? Everything is 10 years. Yes, because it's freaking 10 years. By the way, why do you bring me here? Do you have any grudges for me? I didn't do anything to you, will you? Or leave me after taking? Why can't you keep your mouth shut? Your voice is annoying. My voice is not remind people said that my voice is so soft. And who lied to you? Tell me they really did not want to hurt you because when you start speaking, I feel like blood will come out of my ears. Now you are lying. Why do you bring me here? Do you? No, I just look at you. Just look at you. He closed his eyes out of frustration. I'm regretting. Yeah, I want to show you so-called best friend and my real side. He thinks that he's hero or he's not, but because like don't talk like teenage boys. He walked towards her and she fell down on the couch. Stop in your track and don't try to touch me or else I will start screaming. Go ahead because this room is sounding okay. She started screaming, looked at her and grabbed her arm. Stop it, Tim. The face you made by nice give us so many. By the way, what is your age? I'm 26. The childish act doesn't suit a grown woman like you and sit down without saying a word. Worries tuned with emotion. She said her solid. He grabbed the cell phone. 1 hour later, Brian was lying while staring at the ceiling. He was trying to call someone and suddenly what? And he started shouting and she sat on his voice was broken. His feet started to get heavier and no, but why she Divine didn't say about this. She was silent looking at him. Suddenly he looked back and she quietly looked at him with innocence and was about to go. Why are you going and leaving me alone? He looked at her. Where are we going? Why this is so creepy? Just walk quietly, don't talk too much. They walked in the street and he was looking for someone. One was feeling very weird because the street was filled with stranger people. She started to put her campfire, but her outfit was beating so fast. One felt like Uncle was because his talk was so weird. They entered this room and he heard her behind the couch. She sat down and she was also suspicious about their life. Suddenly two men entered and one of them hugged her. Jungkook finally commented, "You changed so much, yeah." Another man, "So we really tried to save Maria, but." Jungkook becomes hotter and sadder. His friends are telling everything, and one was watching. But suddenly, guys stopped. Someone is behind the couch. Jungkook looked at her and no, there's no one. He walked towards the couch while Jungkook tried to stop him, and then he pulled out a gun. She came out and said at him, "Who are you?" "She is with me." "What? You again? She's just with me for some time." "But why?" His friend asked. "I have a reason." I was staring at his fear. "Put, please not dangerous. I saw you somewhere." "Actually, I'm a..." "Yeah," she smiled and Sunjay was looking at her weirdly. "Well, why do you him with her?" "What? You wanted to show wanted to now show you now see." "No, I want to go back." Loki started calling him and he put his hand on her face and staring at they were shut up, don't cry and scream. "Let's go, guys." Now Maya was sitting in between them while they were planning to do something bad. Her head was spinning as she wanted to throw up out of fear. She looked at Janko and I wanted to throw up. They all looked at her and he gave her a plastic bag and she really threw up. Yuck. "Why do you bring this childish girl with you?" After throwing up, she fell back on the seat while closing her eyes. She fell asleep when they made their plan. This time it was possible for the cops to guard him. He was making a plan and he knew that the cops were behind him because he wanted. Shimon was peacefully sleeping and she opened her eyes and saw herself in the room. She sat down and looked around. She was alone. She got up and with fear. Valence was putting the milk in the glass, but he heard her scream. She looked at John, who was sleeping while hugging the blanket. He opened his eyes and ran towards the room. Valence was watching him like how he woke up and ran towards the just ordinary car. He opened the door and saw her crying. "Why are you crying?" "I thought that you left me." "Come with me." She nodded and walked with him. "I thought that he left me to die lonely. I'm afraid of loneliness because no, he's heartless as much as he was not only." They came down the stairs and Venice was looking at them. She sat down on the couch. He could feel that she was scared. He offered her the milk, but she refused. "Well, do you know why he brought you here?" "He was saying that he wanted to show Loki what he could do." "Loki?" she said. "What?" "I wanted to." "Don't." She started crying. I looked at her and stopped crying over him. She became silent and he again lay down. He was feeling out on the couch. We got 10 years. He slept on the metal bed. He was staring at the house and she didn't have stamina to touch anything. So, hour and hour, but he still didn't wake up. Wallace was hacking something and she was watching him. He looked at her. "Do you know what I'm doing?" "Yes, yes," and he slow kisses him. "He's trying hard to find us, but I will never let him find. If our friends want you with him, then we want." My didn't say what and just made an annoying face. And finally, after 2 hours, he woke up. He drank banana milk like crazy. He looked at it. He wanted to drink. He nodded and he threw a bottle at her. She grabbed it and drank it. He ate so much dog food in so many years, but his table was freaking him a man. Suddenly, Wallace and Edward was lying on the couch while watching the research. She didn't care because couldn't do anything. Sunja was staring at you really, but she wanted to come how she's so comfortable with us. She's interested in these things. She asked. He answered her. "I mean, she's not a weak girl. She's brave and didn't take stress over things. She stepped aside. He can't do anything." So she started just impressive but strong. Nothing. She rolled her eyes and again started watching the video. While on the other hand, Loki was sitting in her house while looking at her thing. He was so broken. He never wanted to let her go. He cared for her much, so he decided to find for finding her. His mind was full of fate and immense. If he touches her, I will cut of his hands. Here she was, hugging the pillow so tightly. She was staring out. It was a beautiful night with so many mysteries. She knew that they were planning, but that care for a kill. She couldn't believe that she was here. She never imagined to sit in between so many people. She looked at the room and decided to check it. She got up and checked it out. She was amazed to see the beauty. She was then wondering why he loved her so much. She was so beautiful and attractive, and her that herself, and she was not beautiful like her. She put her photo back and laid down. She didn't find anything except that photo. In the middle of the night, all three were standing around her. "What do you do with her?" Clapped her hand to the bed. "No, leave her like this." She went around. "How are you so confident?" "I know her." They nodded and walked, but she didn't wake up and just slept. 1 week later, now Vine was walking with them. They all were crossing his place, and Noan's legs were hurting so much. "I'm tired." She sat down on the road. They looked at her. "Vine, just get up. We are near our destination." "No, I'm tired," she stubbornly. She looked at him and then to Jangu with teary eyes. He great as Sunju, and this act suits you so much. She smiled, and a man passing by them while carrying the wheat grains. They stopped him and made Vine sit in the back. She watched them while walking, while sitting. She was smiling, and all of three were looking at her. Vine started insisting him to sit with her, and he sat down and she touched the bruise. His friend gave him a silence, but she just shook his hand. They went to their destination. They came here and they started opening their bags, and they were filled with different types of tools. One became, and he looked at her. "One, turn your face. If you don't want to go out, then go out." But Not out of the house, he nodded and walked out. He came out and she was on where he worriedly looking around her room. She came behind the wall and started laughing. He looked at her seriously. What's so funny? Are you crazy? A small fire, and she angrily walked in the house. He came inside and she was sitting angry on the couch. He started looking at his. I don't come here with my wish. You. So go back. At least nobody will eat my mind in your absence. If I eat my mind. She got up and walked. His friends were looking at them. Janku, she really goes out. She will come back. I know her. He started talking to someone and Sunja was looking out the as if she would not come back. Idiot, what do you think of himself? I recommend him. I want to go back to Loki. Please come and save me. She was crying and she just walked out and didn't know where she was going, but she didn't want to go back to him. He got the car and walked out to see her. His friends also went out with him. They were confused why he cared for her so much. He didn't accept that he liked her, but still cared for her. He checked behind the walls and in the whole house, but she wasn't there. She started to feel very fine. Come out, he looked at the old place, but she was nowhere. He really started checking her in the place. Through the ivy, he touched with her ring. And after searching for her for an hour, he came here and saw her sitting on this ring. She looked at him and ignored him. She was fully wet and shivering in the cold weather, but still, she didn't want to go back to him, so she just sat there. He walked towards her and stood in front of her. What are you doing here now? Let's go. Why are you listening? I eat your mind, so leave me alone and get peace and please go. I don't want to see your scary face. Okay, accept that I have a scary face. Now let's go. Okay, but say sorry. Well, we all are getting in. He looked back and I'm sorry now. Let's go. She got up while smoking and started walking. He looked at her and smiled. Never met someone like her before. Maria was beautiful, but she was a mature lady and mine was different from her. Now she was wiping her nose before she got cold. She handed her the cup green. She grabbed it and drank. She sat down and looked at the box. She grabbed it and opened it and saw Maria's sweater. Maria still didn't know about his full story. She was watching when he was standing at the photo in silence. Tell me about her, she asked. She is so beloved for you. Yes, her that killed me so emotionally. While I was staring at this, she was thinking, how could someone love like this? Is this true that people really love like this? I can't believe. They don't have granted that they will live in the next moment. Their life is surrounded by deaths of their loved ones and they are ready to die for them to catch revenge. My life is so different. I love my people but not like this. Nobody loved me like this. I don't want it because it's so creepy. Like how someone is ready to die for someone and always ready to get. While on the other hand, Loki was looking at the screen and found out where he stayed. He had a son and was ready to attack on that place. He just wanted to find his friend. He wanted her to be saved on the battlefield, but in advance he didn't want him to get hurt. While on the other hand, one was sitting with him and suddenly they found our place fell inside and oh no, it must be Loki. No, Uncle looked at her. Don't did this and believe that he's trying to find me will be wait for me. And how can you know this and why do you care about him so much? He's my friend. He wanted to, but because if he doesn't, then Loki would. And he stopped because of Ryan. Let's get out of here. And Ryan, do you want to live here and wait for your Loki? No, I want to go with you all. So John and Valence started walking. 1 month later, Loki tagged that place on the Daddy, but he didn't find any of them. He started searching for them again. He found her bracelet from that house. He kept didn't believe that she is alive and not died. Now I was sitting with while holding the gun and junk water. She looked at him and got a while pointing it. Well, and Sunji was watching them while now he walked towards them without any fear. His next day, the end pointed towards her. He had smiled her, but she became wavering. I'm not okay, okay, yeah. He sat down and I'm here for 2 months and you still doesn't and you are calling me coward and you know forgive enough says the bravery. Well, I'm not brave enough to forgive someone, okay, it's not easy to track someone. Well, I'm a grown woman. Well, Brian, don't you have someone in your life? Do you love Rocky? No, she looked at him. Actually, I don't know why I can't fall in love. But in 2 years, I will marry someone. Or really, he nodded. Please invite me. I want to see the groom, or else I know who is the groom. He said while looking at Jago. Who is? Well, now, I don't care because I'm enjoying my life. She sat down and watched them. She grabbed his cell phone and clicked a photo of herself and with them also. She was enjoying there. 3 months later, today one was so scared. They were ready to biggest enemy day, including Morgan and Baby. He accused Janko for the downfall of the building. Now Janko was giving her some chocolates and don't come out just side here. And then the war started. She could hear anything. He wanted to go back, but she was stubborn. Her heart was so increased, her beat was so clear, she was shaking, she could hear the hissing and everything. Kung was so pissed because he wasn't catching them, they were attacking only mistakenly, he wasn't sure and he Janko, look what I found, Johnny and love Janko ignored him, but then he had one surprise. She ain't so much harm, but still a gutter scab. What do you think you can? Nobody, I can. And they cried like, Maria, leave me, don't kill us, they begged me. He laughed, his scars were around him. It was a poison, and he fell down, and his man stood behind Janko. They didn't know who to, but suddenly he started flying in the air, and they ran out of there. His guards didn't fight for him because he died. They came here, and mine was crying so much he wiped her tears, and we are safe now, and he now stopped crying. She nodded at Janko's heartbeat was still so bad because he didn't want her to. So he couldn't see her crying. He sat down and told her to go back. So don't think about me. No, I will not go back. She started behaving like a kid and she knew why she was doing that. She fell in love with him, but it was very dangerous to keep her with them. He didn't say a word and just stared at him. Now she was sitting here while treating his injuries. He was staring at her. She didn't want this. He didn't want to break his heart. Her heart. He didn't want her to fall in love, but it was too late. His behavior led to this. He made up his mind because she would not be only safe with Loki. Loki found the place and this time they were still in that place. He got ready to in that place. 3 days later, Maya was sitting with them. I didn't know where they were going. She was sitting beside him. He was staring her. She wanted to grab his but she stayed at his and listened to his words. She didn't realize how she fell in love. Suddenly, she started to have feelings. They stopped at this place and came out. She looked at the place and it was a road. Why it stopped? Why do we come here? Nothing. We are waiting for someone. She nodded and suddenly she heard the silence of eyebrows. Then nodded and then suddenly Loki's car stopped and he came out. One looked at him. He was pointing. No, Loki, look, one come to me. She shook her head, but when I started pushed her towards Loki and all the living jumped in the water. I looked at them. They were still on him. She didn't know what to do. She also wanted to jump behind them. Are you okay? He asked. His face full of worry. Did they hurt you? Come with me. And then realization hit her. He desperately wanted to go back, but everything she sat on the bed and started crying loudly. He left her. She laid down and just stared at the ring he gave her. It was the same as his ring. She just crying while looking at it. Her heart was not craving it. She wanted to go so badly, but now she doesn't know where are they. Nils was like crying and wanting him to, but and to his older she cared for his presence, but he was torn. It was painful for her too, and now she was standing on the road while waiting for Loki. She realized how people didn't forget. Janko was watching them from afar, and his eyes were written as he came to know that she married Loki and they had a baby together. He was staring at her. She sat down in the car with him and drove off while Janko was watching him. Her from afar, he was frozen. He didn't accept this. In the past, Loki once found Janko, but she went deleted that file and didn't let him catch him and again saved him. Loki didn't know why she was doing that behind his back all the time. She was